5 tips on how you can learn tarot fast. Welcome to the channel. This is Monica Louv here, talking to you about astrology, talking to you about tarot and all of the things esoteric that you need to know to increase your knowledge about the spiritual world and your ascension. So in this video, I am going to talk about 5 important tips that I think you should know when preparing to get into tarot. Now, for those of you who don't know, I do have a channel on YouTube called The Love Messages that I've been running for approximately 2 years. And I have 21 years experience in astrology. Astrology is my passion. I love it. I love to use these tools to really help give guidance and clarity to the collective, to people in general that really are looking for ways to become familiar with the spiritual world. Now, one of the things I want to mention before I get into the 5 tips is that tarot is a great way to not only predict the future, but also to help with personal development, help with relationships, to help with what are the things that you're not seeing within yourself that maybe you need to change? What are the things that you may not be seeing in your relationships and all other aspects of your life when it comes to, business or your career, finances? What is it that you need to transform in yourself? One of the things that we often forget is that we are on this planet to transform and become the best versions of ourselves. So I found by using tarot and astrology, it really helped me to connect with the things that I needed to work on within myself to really present myself to the world in the best way that I can. Now, however you decide to use tarot, keep in mind that the first tip that I have for you has nothing to do with tarot. It has nothing to do with learning tarot. It has nothing to do with astrology or studying astrology. The first tip that I have for you is intention. So what is intention? What does it mean to have intention? How does it work when it comes to tarot or astrology? Now, intentions are expectations. What are we investing into this? Why are we doing tarot? The first tip I have for you is to ask yourself this question. Why do you want to study tarot? Why do you want to do it? What is the purpose of it? Are you doing it because you enjoy doing it? Is it because you want to start a business? Is it because you want to learn more about your situation? Maybe you want to help other people. What is your intention? That's the first thing that a lot of us don't think about when we're learning about tarot. We often just jump into learning tarot without really getting clear on why we're doing it. Now, whatever reason you decide, it's very important that as a student, as a pupil of tarot, you have clear intentions. One of the reasons why I got into tarot was because I really, really deeply love helping people. I love to see people happy. I love to see people ascending, becoming the best versions of themselves. In fact, I'm actually having so much energy running through my body just from thinking about it. So why are you getting involved in tarot? What is some of the reasons? It's very important that when you do decide to get into tarot that you have clear intentions, a pure heart. You're going into it because you actually want to help people, or maybe you just want to get information and get knowledge. But whatever it is, do make sure that you're using the craft for something positive, for something that is going to propel or push someone forward, whether that's you or someone else. So number 1 is intentions. Number two tip on learning tarot super fast. One of the ways that I suggest new students to tarot is to watch other tarot readers. One of the ways I learned very quickly how to read tarot was watching some of my favorite tarot readers online. So before I was a tarot reader, I actually studied a lot of other channels. I watched how they shuffled the cards, how they read the cards, what were some of the messages on the cards. So watching other tarot readers and how they act in their environment is really going to give you an idea of how to prepare and start analyzing the cards for your own purpose. Number 3. Third tip on how to learn tarot super fast. I highly recommend that if you are not familiar with astrology, it's really important that you take some time out to learn astrology, because what astrology can actually do is really guide you in the right direction. It can really help you to learn about the planets, to learn about the signs. In tarot, we have a major arcana and a minor arcana. It's really important that you connect the astrological signs with the cards. And once you connect the astrological signs with the cards, it's really going to help you to prepare and remember them. For me, it was quite easy for me to actually learn tarot because I already have a background in astrology. So if you're someone who doesn't know astrology and you're completely new to it, I highly recommend subscribing to this channel where we are going to go more in depth into the necessary steps that you need to learn about tarot. So really study astrology, study the planets, and study the signs as well as the elements, because there are elements that are associated with each tarot card. Number 4, what is the 4th tip when it comes to wanting to learn tarot super fast? Now, one of the ways I also learned really quickly was I purchased myself a couple of tarot decks. I invested my money, my energy, and time into it because I started to really want to create a business for it. I really was in a place in my life where I said, you know what, I really want to be independent. I don't want to have to work for someone else. I don't want to have to feel stuck in a job that I don't like. I want to be able to create my own reality in my own life. So what I did was I purchased a few books that really helped me. And oftentimes when you purchase a tarot deck, it usually comes with a guide. And that guide can really help you. Now, I know it could be overwhelming to learn 78 cards in a very short period of time. But it's very important that you try not to look at it from that perspective. Try to look at it as, I'm going to take maybe a day or two to just take an hour or two out of my time every single day to study one card, and really just focus on that one card. Learn about that card. What is the symbology, associated with that card? What sign is it associated with? What is the purpose of this card? It's very important that you connect with the tarot by using a guide or a book. And those are usually found in any tarot deck that you buy. The final tip, the 5th tip on learning how to get tarot very quickly, how do you connect with it the most, is to be open to suggestions. Now, one of the things I like to use is my intuition. I don't only just read the cards, I also, feel my body. What does my body feel at that moment when I turn that card, when I look at that card? What question am I asking? If I'm asking past, present, and future, what am I feeling when I turn that card over? If it's a positive card, but I feel something a little off with that card, I'm going to say what my intuition's feeling. Tapping into your intuition is going to be really important when you read tarot, because it's not only about what the card is saying, what sign is associated with it, what element is associated with it. How do you feel when you pull those cards? What vibe are you getting? What energy are you getting? Okay. It's very important that you keep an open mind when you're actually dealing with tarot and reading it. Okay. So these are my 5 tips. I'm going to keep this video super short. I hope you got something out of it. Thank you so much for tuning in. And as always, do comment below if you're interested in learning and knowing more about astrology. And if you have any questions, I will be checking out the comments below to include them in my Q&A so that we can talk more about what you want to learn on this channel.